Let's try to make some paper sounds. Excuse me. You have, you have only begun to scratch the surface of your real potential. I think I'll do like a little reflection on these two, because I like to speak my opinions, and so why not? One of my favorite quotes is, it's the one where it goes something like, it's about how as I am currently